And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Sooners can really attack on this second and short. Off play action. Caught close to the marker, it's Barnes. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Dumps it off in the flats.
That's a good idea offensively. Try to get this guy the football in space on the perimeter of the field, throwing him the swing pass, and see if he can make something happen.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. Oh, they're after him. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Kick is in the air. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, running back on the move. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give from the gun. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires left. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last one.
Fires to the tight end. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Steps away. Got out of trouble and throws. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on fourth down. Trying to get it to the marker. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. They convert the fourth down, but back to the line with no time to waste. Rush is on him. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. To the air, it's Mateer. Got his man. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rolled him out of bounds and forced the loss. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It'll be fourth and goal, and it'll be a tough one. He'll set up to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Just enough time to get off one more snap. He'll go to work in the air on second down. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. And the Red Raiders will kick it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. And the Sooners want to crank the tempo. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Give to the running back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now to being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Now the play fake. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Open space at the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. Here we go. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Back to throw, it's Morton. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on 4th and... Touchdown, Red Raider! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. They march 72 yards, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Lewis. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw.
Turning it on! Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Mateer. Quickly to the tight end. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Sooners are marching down the field.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for space. It's Joyner. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Morton. He's got it for a big play. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Red Raider. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Now, last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now the Oklahoma offense had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
He'll try to do it himself. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had them all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Bring in the heat. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, just nowhere to go there. It started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, you needed points. You wanted points badly, but listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense now. I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, Dave. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Got some room to run.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back at an opportunity like this.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Finds his big tight end. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Back to pass. Here's the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The sure hands, it's Sategna. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Sooners will hustle to the line. Right on the money. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wants to keep it in the air. Big fella moving. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Trying to run it in. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hudson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Looking for space. It's Joyner. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock.
Oh, he's got some space. The 20. Touchdown, Red Raider. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a 74-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To the air, it's Mateer. Flips it out in the flat. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. They'll go to the air on second and short. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. He'll take another shot here. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
All right, big touchdown makes it a 9-point game. You've got to kick the extra point right now, and then you've got to find a way somehow, some way to get the football back. You're going to have to score.
The fake, they flip it to the kicker. An abject disaster on this fake. They came closer to giving up a 2 than getting the 2. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I'm
sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
Just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up, but I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Looking to pass. It's Morton. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Sends it back in motion. Going right to work up top. He wants a big play here late. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And that is a play you've got to make as the defender. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got a chance to secure the win with the interception, and you put it on the ground. Missed opportunity.
Scrambling away. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense back on top of it. That's going to be a safety, but trust me, that could have been much, much worse. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost where you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. We always look forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoffs. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. I guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. To get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back. And
he lobs one high down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll go to the toss. And they'll start the night with a rush and maybe get back to the line of scrimmage.
You don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. Got his man. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. Takes the easy one to the back. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Mateer. That's reeled in, it's Burks. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Straight ahead. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean. And sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Holds it in on the left. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the gun. Give on the inside. Breaks into the open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Red Raiders have their offense in high gear. To throw, it's Morton. Unloads it left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. The Sooners are in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down, and it'll be 4th.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
Wants to return it. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Looking for a man. It's Morton. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Takes it on the return. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush. It's just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
3rd and long. No secret what he needs here. He wants to take the top off. He's got it. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Mateer. Caught over the middle, it's Burks. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on 1st down. The throw. Makes the grab. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. The give to the tailback. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. The Sooners lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They stopped him cold in the backfield, and all he needed was inches on 3rd down.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Sooners in the hurry up. The give to the back. And he's chased out of bounds at the 6-yard line, and they'll try to stick it in from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown Sooners! A great catch and run for 6.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a 1st half, and now you got a chance to tie this football game.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the 2nd quarter. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Might be calling a hot route. Gets the back moving. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
On the double. Down.
Looking to throw, it's Morton. He lost one down the sideline. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Takes the handoff. It's sticky. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Under fire. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They need.
Throws toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Here's the pressure. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coach.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. And you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
He'll do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense, shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. Soft spot in the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
The give is to Williams. Gets it past the marker. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in a lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design, a little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit him. Big game for the offense.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Red Raiders with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Looking downfield, it's Morton. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage, and he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush, he didn't hurry, he took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. The tight end gets the handoff on 3rd and short. You don't see that every day. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Picked off. A turnover in their own end.
If you're going to throw a heater like that as a quarterback, you better be accurate because tips lead to picks, especially when you're throwing it over the middle of the field. That time trying to find his tight end, but it is not an accurate throw. It goes up in the air, and the defense makes him pay with the pick.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Handoff from the gun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Virgil. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds his man, it's Lewis. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job tackling on defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that 3rd down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
The Sooners decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll start this drive going to the air. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Red Raiders with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play.
29 Philly.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Brings it down on the right side. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Back to pass, it's Morton. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
I think the thing that's so impressive about this defense, it's not just the athleticism and the ability to get to the quarterback, it's the variety in the ways they can do it. Sometimes it's a 4-man rush, sometimes it's a 3-man rush, sometimes it's all-out blitz. But with the speed they have, especially in that front seven, it has been a nightmare for this offense. They've been giving up sack after sack after sack in this game.
And the Red Raiders look to keep this drive humming. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
The Red Raiders have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off the play fake. Oh, they're after him. He's got an open man. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Today's game in football, it's about getting your speedsters in space. Why? Because you let them do the rest. You get them the football quickly, let them break tackles. You see so many times them making plays after the catch. It's so hard to stop.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the ground, it's Joyner. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They've been very good at moving the chains on third down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. They'll run it from the gun. Brought down right at the 10, and this defense keeps him away from the first down line. But will they go for it on fourth down? The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights. Good. And now they've taken the lead in the final 2 minutes and set the stage for a great finish.
Big-time kick late in the fourth quarter to take the lead. Now, not much time left. Defense has to be ready on the sideline, ready for the 2-minute drill, knowing exactly what you're doing to get one more stop.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They're trying to find some room off right tackle. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that 2 2-minute drill, man, you're searching for those first downs. You got to find, sometimes it's a run, sometimes it's a screen, whatever it is, they choose to run the football here. Still time, but we're still in that hurry-up situation.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. With the catch, it's Barnes. There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Yeah, and this offense knows what it's like. This is the 2-minute drill. We got to keep the pedal to the floor. Nice job getting the first down.
On the move, it's Barnes. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. They're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
What a great play by the defense. And a play like that in this situation of the game, late, it's close, 3rd down, you got to have it. And how about the pass rush? How about the effort getting to the...
He's going for the big play. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Able to move the chains, and they still have a chance after picking up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Using his feet to buy time. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's where quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rushes on him. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Lost a pass, and he's got to make a play. Gets it out fast. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll go up, maybe a deciding play here. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the 4th down stop. Back to throw, it's Morton. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're